Hello, hello, hello. I'm Euripides.
And I am Sappho. And you're listening to Greek Tragedies Daily.
GTD is the best source to get daily gossip and news about what the gods and your fellow Greeks are up to. As our loyal listeners know, each podcast has a theme to it. What's today's theme, Sappho?
It is something that almost all humans crave. It is something that all gods possess from the time they are created. Those gods use it to control humans and get what they want, and they will stop by no means to get more of it. That thing is power. And it is today's theme on the podcast.
Interesting. Why is it today's theme?
Well, you didn't hear it from me, but a few certain gods have been abusing their power again.
Wow, what a shocker. Who are the main culprits this time?
Specifically Hera, Zeus, and his whole gang. After I talk about that with some guests, rumor has it that you have some pretty juicy info about what Zeus' son, Apollo, has been up to.
Oh yeah, you have no idea. I've said it before and I'll say it again. It is not possible for someone to possess a great amount of power and not use it for personal gain, even if they've done good with it in the past.
Amen to that. Well, now I'd like to give a huge shout out and thank you to Caraxos and Lyricos. We actually were lucky enough to get Caraxos as a guest on our show today. Unfortunately, Lyricos couldn't make it. Something about he won't get out of bed, but that is neither here nor there. Say hi to the fellow listeners, Caraxos.
Hello!
Now, let's get into what you were telling me earlier about the gods.
The gods are just so selfish, but they possess all the power, so there's nothing we humans can do about it. I don't know about you guys, but I'm done with it.
I'm getting real tired of it too. What happened in your experience?
Well, as you know, I like to go and ride my ship. Instead of just helping me out selflessly, the gods expect to be on my knees crying out blah blah blah, bring me home safe from my trips on my boat. Then, after that, I also had a liver condition, so my health wasn't the best. They expect me to cry out, let me be free of warts, or blubbering wah wah wah, thank you for curing my liver condition. I know that the gods were just want me to praise them, begging them for help, but they do not care about my situation. They just enjoy the attention and tease us humans with their power. Yeah, I bet all of us have a story like that where the gods just expect us to praise them even though they abuse their power. Honestly, like good grief, gods do what they like. They call down hurricanes with a whisper or send off a tsunami the way you would a love letter. If they have a whim, they make some henchman fix it up. It's ridiculous. The gods continue to send bad things on the humans just because they can. And if somehow they cause a problem upon themselves, they make some henchman fix it up. It is clear that just because they can do it, they will.
Such a true point. Well, thank you, Caraxos, for coming on our show. We really appreciate it.
No problem. Anything to expose the gods.
Now, I'd like to send it over to Euripides to tell his story.
Thanks, Sappho, but this isn't my story. This is a story my friend Ion shared with me about the god Apollo abusing his power. I'll start from the very beginning. Apollo compelled Creusa to accept his violent embrace. Simply because Apollo possessed the power and he wanted some quick satisfaction, he raped the innocent human Creusa. Not only was this action filthy, but it was morally wrong. Raping a woman was part of the laws the gods set for us that cannot be broken. Due to the hypocrisy in his actions, Apollo used his power for wrong once again by covering it up.
So you're telling me that Apollo has been breaking laws and hiding it from all of us? That makes me sick.
Yeah, and to continue, Apollo gave Creusa no control in the situation. He used his power to intimidate her and hide her pregnancy from every one of her peers, including her father. When the time had come, her son was born inside the palace. Then she took the child to the same cave she had lain with Apollo, and left him to his death. It truly is sickening what Creusa had to go through because of Apollo and his abuse of power. To make the situation better for himself and worse for others, he secretly retrieves the baby and makes him his personal slave at his temple. That baby is Ion.
I'm absolutely speechless right now.
I wish it stopped there, but it doesn't. Next, it became clear that even Apollo started to feel bad for what he had done. So, in assuming this is true, the natural thing to do would be to admit to his wrongs and return Creusa's son, Ion, back to her. To no surprise, he still won't let any wrong of his taint his name. He once again used his power to deceive Xuthus, Creusa's current husband, and have him believe that Ion is Xuthus' son for a previous affair. It was successful until Creusa and Ion associated enough to figure out the puzzle that Ion is her son. At this point, almost anyone would throw in the towel and own up to it. Not Apollo, however. He continues just to look out for himself because he can get away with it. He tells Creusa and Ion, now tell no one that Ion is your son, and Xuthus will be happy in his belief, while you may go away, Creusa, sure of your own blessings.
We need to open our eyes, people. This disgusting use of power isn't just by Apollo. but by every other god possessing it also. I am just glad we get to expose his wrongs on our podcast.
Same. People need to realize power is going to be used for personal gain, regardless of who possesses it. Well, off that point, that is all we have for today on Greek Tragedies Daily.
Thanks for tuning in, and we just got word of a new story for next week's show. Something about Oedipus being in love with his mom. Oof.